Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by, and if you're not new here, thanks for coming back. This is what we have come up with today. I'm actually really loving it. It turned out way better than I expected, and it took a really long time, but that's okay because it was totally worth it. I had so much fun filming this for you guys, and if you're interested in seeing how I came up with this look, keep on watching. Okay guys, we're going to get right into the tutorial. So first things first, I'm going to take my Mercier primer and put that all over my face so we can have a long-lasting Halloween look. Next, I'm going to take my Fenty Beauty Foundation, put that on the back of my hand, and dab it on with my beauty blender. Next, I'm going to take my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and I'm going to put that under my eyes, on my nose, on my eyelids, Cupid's bow, and my forehead. Then I'm going to blend that all out with my beauty blender as well. Once I'm done blending that out, I'm going to take my Mercier powder and bake under my eyes and on my eyelids and my smile lines so we have a long-lasting look. Next, I'm going to take my MAC Studio Fix powder and put that on the rest of my face. This part is completely optional. After I thought about it, I probably shouldn't have done it because skulls are kind of white. Well, they are white and they're washed out. But I just took my Benefit Hoola bronzer and put that on my cheeks, a little bit on my forehead, and my nose. I also take my blush, which is also optional. Okay, this is the look that I was inspired by. Oh, pause. This is the look I was inspired by. Her Instagram's going to be down below, right in the left-hand corner. Now I'm going to take my Jaclyn Hill palette with my Morphe Y19 brush. And I'm going to take that transition shade and put it all over my crease. I really want to focus it on the outside because I want it to look like it's smoking out. Next, I'm going to start to go in with black. You want to take a really light amount. This stuff is super pigmented and black is hard to fix. And I'm taking my Morphe M506 brush. As you can tell, I messed up and I was stressing, but I just took that Y19 brush and blended it all out. And then I take the Morphe G24 brush, a clean blending brush, and I just buff it all out. Then I'm taking a flat shader brush and just putting white on the lid, the inner third of the lid, inner half of the lid, whatever you want to call it. And we'll go back in and blend the black and the white together so it looks seamless. Now I'm going to take a white eyeliner pencil. You want to do this because it's easier to remove if you make a mistake. I'm outlining all of the lines that I'm going to be painting with white face paint. It's okay if it's not perfect because the white is really easy to remove. So I did some on my cheeks, corners of my mouth, and now I'm doing the circles for my eye sockets. Okay, now I'm going to shade, but I realized I wanted to do the face paint first, so I'm going to come back to the shading in just a little bit. You guys will see. But I'm just taking light browns to start with the shading, and then to add depth we'll take darker colors. See, this is where I decided to go in with the paint. And so now I just start painting the lines of that white eyeliner. Sorry, sometimes I didn't get the best angle for the left side of my face, but at least you can see the one side. You just want to take your time with this because it can come out thick if you're not careful, since it is a water-based face paint. Now I'm going to do my nose. Now I just added some half circles and triangles on the sockets of the eyes just to add a little bit of decorations. This part's completely optional, or you could have done a different shape if you wanted. Now to add even more depth to the eyes, I'm just doing white, and later we'll go ahead and shade that. Now I'm just going to start shading in to add some definition because I finished up the white face paint. Don't worry about losing the color of the white when you're shading, because you can just go back in with that paint. So here I start with a light brown, and then we're gradually going to go to a black because you want it to look like you don't have cheeks, if that makes sense. So here is when we went into the black. You want to be very careful since it is pigmented, but you just want to slowly shade it into the middle and kind of do a gradient effect. Now I'm just adding definition into the eye sockets with a light brown. You don't want to go too heavy with this or it will look fake. Well, it's obviously fake, but you know what I mean. Just doing the same with the corner. Oh, Cheeto time. Now we're just going to keep shading. I kind of did shading on all lines of the white, all white lines. Just because that's how the video or the picture looked on her Instagram. But other tutorials you actually want to do highlighting and shading. But for this I think it worked out good. Oh, so now I thought that I lost the white pigmentation of the paint, so now I'm just going back in with that. These steps are like pretty repetitive. You just want to paint, shade, paint, shade, paint, shade. Your hand's gonna fall off by the end of this look. Now I'm gonna go in with that gold shade in this face paint palette thingy, and I'm gonna color my lips gold. Then I also do gold as the outline of my nose, and I'm going to do one line in the middle to make it look more like a skull. Now I'm starting with the white stitching. I wouldn't really call them teeth, one, because they don't look like teeth, and two, because you painted your lips, so it's obvious that you still have lips, so it more looks like just stitching. Sorry it's blurry here, guys. I zoom myself in so you can see the stitching better, and it's kind of a little bit fuzzy. Hopefully you can still see though. So now I'm just slowly making the teeth smaller, or the stitching smaller as you go further back to add definition. And now I'm just shading the stitches so it looks more, so there's more definition. Like I said, shading is key to this look. And now this part is completely optional if you want, but I just wanted to be extra, and I wanted to add a little bit of bone structure on my chest. So obviously this is the collarbone. The best part about this is I was kind of abstract with this because, I mean, I've never personally seen a real life skeleton, but I'm going to go ahead and say they're not all the exact same. So this part you want to be careful because I stretched out my neck and that totally made the first square rectangle spine part stretch out. And now I don't even, like the neck, I guess, I don't know. This was just on her picture, so I kind of just totally winged it. And I actually ended up really liking the way it turned out. So you can totally be abstract with this. Now I'm just doing the same for the other side. And I'm just going to go ahead and add more detail as I create this body structure. And now just to add even more details, I'm just putting some circles on my head. She had a different design, but I tried that and totally botched it, so I did something a little more simple. And then I put little bits of dots around my face to even add more decoration. Alright guys, this is the completed look. I hope you enjoyed watching my tutorial. If you want any more Halloween tutorials, please comment down below and I will go ahead and try to do those looks that you want to see. And if you want to follow me on my social media, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat.